Good morning, you guys, and welcome to my channel again. So this vlog is going to be about my field work. So I don't know if I'm going to do like the first week of field. Well, the first week already passed, so this is starting week 2. So I'm going to basically give you all a rundown of what I do during field work, or my field work experience starting off. So disclaimer, I'm doing like half telehealth, half going in. So I'll just basically be explaining like how the telehealth process has been going for me and what it is and things like that. So stay tuned for that. So today is Monday. Excuse my face, whatever. I have a mark right there, like on my eye. Like, I don't know what happened. I really don't know, but anyways, today is Monday, so on Mondays I'm doing telehealth right now. Like, I don't have to go into the office. So the person who is over us, my clinical instructor, she owns 2 private practices. One is basically closed down due to COVID, and the other one is still running. So we are doing telehealth for the clients that go to the other facility that is closed down due to COVID, and maybe once or twice a week I'll go to the place where they are still open. So I'm working in pediatrics. So the clients that I see are all children, and it is what I want to do. Like, I do want to work with pediatrics, so it's good that I'm actually working in this for my fieldwork. So I'm pretty excited about that. So with it being telehealth, it's kind of like we are doing treatment plans via, Zoom. And because they're kids, they have their parents with them. So if we need them to do anything like facilitate or have this type of equipment or help them do this or that, they're there to do that, depending on the level of, their deficits or what issues they have. If they need a parent there, then they have a parent there. But yeah, I'm just basically going to show you guys my week of field work. If you have any questions, so of course, due to HIPAA, I definitely can't show you a treatment. I definitely can't show you the scheduling. I can't show you any of that because I'm not going to jail for y'all, and I'm not getting kicked off of field work for y'all. So basically, so this is how everything is set up. So my CI is right here. This is my screen, and this is another student. And basically, this student has been here for a while, so she is able to like do treatment plans, of course, with the supervision of our clinical instructor. Right now, I've just been observing, but I made treatment plans for this week, but I probably won't start them until Wednesday. So when I say treatment plans, I mean like putting together interventions based on whatever goals that have been set for the client. So let's say the client has issues with visual motor activities, they have issues with motor planning, they have issues with like self-regulation. You want to find activities and interventions that assess that deficit in order for them to get better, for those that are kind of confused. So yeah, when the parents come on, they log in and we basically like have therapy with them. This book has helped me. We were supposed to get this book when I was in school, but we literally never used it. Like, the first time I opened this book was for field work. So I definitely recommend getting this book if you're interested in working with peds, or if you are going to be placed on a peds placement for field work. Definitely get this book, 1001 Pediatric Treatment Activities. And in this book, it has like every type of, not issue, but different types of deficits or problems that you may come across with the kids. And it has different interventions for those. And it's pretty cool. And it has pictures of like what the intervention is supposed to look like, what it helps with, and things like that. So that's pretty cool. So Kiki is the other student that is doing field work with me, and she's actually at the office today. Look at her cleaning. Doing such a great job, girl. Okay, so the time now is 9:05, and I have to be to the clinic by 10:30. The only reason I'm leaving this early is because today is the day that we go to the Conyers location. And Conyers from me is literally like 55 minutes away. So that's not close at all. And we only go to Conyers once every 2 weeks. So that's one of the facilities. I don't know if I mentioned it before, I probably did, but Conyers is the facility that is remotely online, but she goes in once every 2 weeks. So the Decatur office is the one that is actually open, you know, every day. But the Conyers one is only open once a week and once every 2 weeks. So that is where I'm going today. And me and Kiki, for those that don't know, Kiki is my friend, but we are also classmates. We are doing our fieldwork together. So we're students at the same, you know, with the same person. So I'm going to get her right now because we literally live like 5 minutes away from each other, which is really crazy because I just moved here to live with my aunt, and she just moved here from Macon like a few months ago. Her mom just moved here, so it worked out that we live like 5 minutes away from each other, literally. So I'm going to get her, and then we're on the way to Conyers. I have this like spot in between my eyes right here, and these cuts because I know I'm talking so slow, y'all. I'm trying to process everything. But no, I got my eyebrows done the other day, and I love my eyebrow lady. Like, she always has my, you know, eyebrows looking good. But I had a bad reaction today. So, yeah, that's weird. Right, we picked up Kiki. What is this on your head? What does that say?
Kirsten the OT, baby. Kirsten the OT, baby. You gotta speak it into existence or it won't happen.
Who made that? This is actually cute.
Etsy.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay.
Yep. Behind my ears. So this be good.
So right now, y'all, we have a break in between clients. Either I'm not treating today. She is treating today. So while we're waiting, you know, I have to watch food videos because I can't eat these things now. This is stovetop kisses.
That's right. They pretty much got these in the store.
Like I said, we're on break right now.
Get you some canned biscuits, baby. We ain't got time to be making no biscuits from scratch.
My face is really shiny right now.
Easy recipes. Okay,
and I show it. I did not glue this on.
Stuff that's easy to find, okay? Hood or made. So we're just gonna unwrap.
Okay, so this is a worksheet that I found that could probably assist with visual motor skills. So basically, the person would, I kind of modified it from what it's supposed to do. You're supposed to like trace the circle, but to kind of grade it down, I'm gonna ask like, can you circle every circle that you see? So it can help with them, like, well, with their attention and their visual motor skills. So, you know, just asking them to be able to circle each circle. And else that's cool that I found, this helps with motor planning and body awareness, which helps the child know like where they are in space. And this is basically them identifying what type of animal it is and imitating the hop or movement of the animal. So it helps with body awareness, motor planning, all that stuff. So I'll be like, you know, what is this? And they'll say a frog, and they'll have to jump like the frog or walk like a bear or, you know, do things like that. And people think that this is like simple, but when you have, issues where you can't plan your movements correctly or you don't really have that much body awareness, it's harder to do. So that's why I have to work on these skills so I can be able to do it. And we are done with Wednesday. This is just the office that I kind of work out of in the house. This is my aunt's office, but we're done with day 3 of this week. And yeah, I'm gonna go work out. What time is it now? So it's 5 o'clock right now. So we're done at 5 today. Yesterday we were done at like 4:30. Today we're done at 5. It all depends on if the clients cancel, if we don't have that many people today or what. But we've been working since like 9:30 this morning, and we've probably had like 2 hour gaps, but that doesn't happen all the time. So today is Friday. Yay! Yay! She's not in the best mood. Worked out this morning, and now we're on the way to Fieldwork. I don't know how to switch the screen. I'll just do it like this. So today we're on the way to Decatur. The other day we're on the way to Conyers. So Decatur is closer than Conyers. Kiki is driving today. So usually on Fridays, well, the last Friday, which was the first Friday, we just met the office manager or whatever, got acquainted and whatnot. So we don't know if we're gonna see any patients today, because on Fridays they usually don't take patients, but we're not sure about today. So stay tuned. What you doing?
Me?
Yes.
Finishing up these notes.
It's not exciting.
Word.
Alright, so I'm actually not in any type of fieldwork attire. I just got done working out, and I'm eating in my car because I didn't feel like waiting until I got home to eat, so I'm eating now. I just wanted to kind of talk a little bit. Thus far, my fieldwork experience is going well. I'm actually blessed to have a great fieldwork coordinator and have a great experience. So far I am learning a lot of things. I think my favorite part is, learning more about the different, types of disorders that we see and the different things that we can do to treat those disorders, I guess you could say, because it's wow, we're really helping people become better or helping kids become better. So it's really kind of surreal in a way, but it's really cool. I don't know, I guess y'all are following me with what I'm saying. So am I tired? Yes, I am tired, and I'm probably more tired because I work out every day. But even if I didn't work out every day, I probably would be a little tired. Excuse me. The biggest thing that I would definitely say is don't forget to go over a few questions or MBCOT questions or anything for your boards, because you still want to prepare yourself for your boards, but that's not the primary focus of field work. You want to focus on field work, but don't forget that you have the boards, okay? God dang, I done dropped a blueberry. But yeah, that's all. Let's start. That's all I have to say today. I know y'all probably can't really see me for real, but that's all I really have to say today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's. It's really I can't really show y'all what I'm doing inside because that's illegal, and I'm not getting kicked off field work for you all. But I just want to give you my experience as much as I can. All right, so right now it's definitely been a few weeks, probably like 2 weeks since I filmed last. So I'm editing the video right now. I'm just going to answer a few questions that I was asked. So yeah, I'm gonna answer those questions. So the first question says, do you feel like you were fully prepared to successfully complete your first few weeks of fieldwork? I would say you are prepared, but some things you can't be prepared for. Like some things you just can't learn in the classroom as far as how to do certain things on field work, specifically to that facility or that type of practice or whatever. Like some things you just aren't prepared for. But for the most part, I don't think that I was just blinded by anything. There were some things that I didn't know once I got onto the site, but it wasn't like I was just oblivious to anything that was going on. So that's pretty much my answer for that. What hardships or obstacles have you endured during this time while completing field work? Definitely gas. We don't get paid for field work. Like this is not, we don't get stipends, you don't get paid for doing this. So financially, I would say it is kind of a hardship. As far as actually being in the clinic, being thrown out there doing things by yourself is difficult at first because you aren't a clinician, so you've never really done this before. So that is difficult, but it's not that hard. Like you just have to do your research or ask your CI or like go back to things you learned in school and figure out what the best interventions are for whatever person you're seeing. So yeah, those would probably be my biggest hardships. This one says, what is the biggest challenge of telehealth? Like what's been the biggest challenge of telehealth? So the biggest challenge I would say for telehealth will probably be you're not really able to do certain interventions for the kids because they may not have the necessary equipment at home to do it. So that is kind of difficult. And sometimes the connection cuts out, like having to get the password and the link to the parents and stuff like that can be difficult also. Trying to get them to hear you or like paying attention, because a lot of the kids have virtual school too, so they don't like to pay attention to virtual school, then pay attention to a virtual OT, and they probably have virtual speech or other things and they're tired. So you have to be way more innovative figuring out interventions for telehealth patients. How has the pandemic changed my idea of being an OT student on level 2 fieldwork? So we were supposed to start actually in May. So we didn't get to start until August 17th. So we got pushed back a few months. So that has pushed us behind from like our projected date to take the boards. So that has changed, not changed any, that hasn't changed anything except like the timing that we had in our heads, but everything happens for a reason. And sometimes things get pushed back for a reason. So I'm not trying to question that. I was very nervous at first to start because being in a clinic, you don't know, being in a clinic, you're more likely to come across unhealthy people. But I would say not necessarily in my case because I'm an outpatient. I'm not in a hospital, so the risk may be less likely than that. But you're still exposed to more people that come from different homes and things like that. But yeah, it's weird. We have to wear a mask every time we go to the clinic. Like we have to make sure we are washing our hands. I mean, you should wash your hands anyways, but like, you know what I'm saying. And just taking extra precautions every time we have a kid, have to check their temperature, they have to sign a waiver, like, how are you experiencing these symptoms, this symptom, that symptom, things like that. So I would say it is definitely not the ideal situation, COVID-19 in general, but we gotta make it work somehow, child, because we've come this far. So how was the process of applying the knowledge that you learned to assisting the clients and being successful? So I'm guessing, like, how was the process of me applying the knowledge I learned from school to actually doing interventions for the patients or clients? Like, you can use them interchangeably. So at first it was a little difficult for me because when you're in school, like, you're learning a lot of like book stuff, like you're learning a lot about like the type of disorder that they have and things like that, and how they get that and how it presents and things like that. And when you're on field work, it's not really necessarily about that. It's more so about, okay, well, they present with this deficit. What are interventions to assess that deficit? And so that was a little struggle for me because it's like, oh, I know I know a diagnosis, but you have to go back and dig deep into what you kind of learned in class, especially with peds, like learning, okay, they have this, so what are the interventions to help with this type of disorder? Like, what things do you do? What activities do you plan and things like that? So, when you're in school, yeah, it's good to understand you know, the disorder, but you want to make sure that you're digging deep into things like interventions for that disorder. Like, what do you do to help this patient overcome or, compensate or, become independent with this type of disorder? So, yeah. If you like this vlog, if you want more content about my fieldwork experience, definitely comment below, or let me know if that's something that you like, if you like this video, you want to see more, or what you want to see from these videos. But thank you so much for watching and tuning in, and I will see you on my next vlog or video or whatever God chooses to do. But thank you, guys.